Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Ballsy here once again. Um, Supposedly, I finally fixed my audio problems. Had no idea why it went out before, but it looks like my face, my beautiful face, fucked up the audio. So, you can't see said beautiful face in my videos without the audio being all drop the bass, Alvin and the Chipmunks like. So, I guess you're gonna have to deal without it. If you want to see my face while my voice sounds the same, you can go check out other videos. But I posted this video once before. Um, the NHL regular season obviously wasn't done. There were little changes to the playoffs, the teams that were in there, and some of the matchups. So I'm just going to go over everything again. A link to this video will be put in the description of the first video before I take the first video down. So we're going to go through the matchups here. St. Louis, Minnesota, two of the hotter teams in the NHL. In Minnesota, after that dreadful start, climbed all the way up to climb to the 100-point mark, which would be sixth in the West, but claimed the wild card spot due to being in the Central. So that matchup's going to be an interesting matchup. Just because of the fact that everybody seems to be back together at Minnesota and that team just looks dangerous. It was what we predicted at the beginning of the year, but St. Louis has just been extremely hot lately. I believe that momentum is going to carry St. Louis past Minnesota in 7. So then we go to the 2-3 game, which is Nashville and Chicago. I think I'm going to take Chicago in 6 in that one. Nashville's fallen off the radar a little bit after being towards the top of the actual NHL. They've fallen down to the number 2 seed, and a lot of teams have passed them since then. Still a good team, but I think Chicago's just way too complete right now in that department. So then we go down to the Pacific. We have Anaheim and Winnipeg. Anaheim wrapped up home ice throughout the West playoffs at least, and the Winnipeg Jets just making it in. They're the number 8 team. Well, not in the standings, but they're number 8 team according to this playoff chart. And I'm going to take Anaheim in 5. It's just way too overpowering. I know Winnipeg's young and they're very talented, but I just think Anaheim's veterans and being more complete is going to carry them past Winnipeg pretty easily. So then we have another interesting matchup. We have Vancouver and Calgary. Um, Calgary's certainly surging late. Um, I mean, the play of Yuri Hoodler this year has been incredible. Nobody's ever expected Calgary to come up this high, and I think Hoodler's leadership and the way everybody else is playing, including Monahan, including Johnny Hockey, that's actually going to lead Calgary past Vancouver, I believe, in 7 games. So we're going to move over to the East teams. We're going to do first round matchups, then second round. Montreal and Ottawa. Ottawa's been extremely hot lately with the Hamburglar, and Mark Stone's just been playing incredible. But this is going to be a 7-game series. I may have to take Montreal in Game 7 on their home ice, but that's going to be one of the best series to watch. Then we go to Tampa Bay and Detroit. Detroit had a scare late in the season. They didn't think they were going to make their 24th straight playoff appearance, but they did. But Tampa Bay's just been way too strong. They're more complete. They have more scoring, more powers. They have the goalie edge because Jimmy Howard, for some reason, has been falling off the radar so much. But I'm going to take Tampa Bay in 5. I think they're going to snag a game in Joe Louis. And so then we go to the 1-4 in the Metropolitan, which would be New York and Pittsburgh. New York's had Pittsburgh's number for pretty much the entire year, and even last year as well, coming back down from 3-2 or 3-1. I don't remember which one. But I'm taking New York in 5. New York's a much stronger team. The acquisition of Keith Yandle is going to help out quite a bit. And Pittsburgh almost had their scare in missing the playoffs as well. So then we have the Capitals and the Islanders. I'm going to take the Caps in 6. They have the home ice, plus the Islanders have fallen off quite a bit. So not really looking too hot right now. They had a great start. They were actually at the top of the East for a little bit, but they've pretty much fallen off quite a bit. So I'm going to take the Caps in 6. So moving on to the second round matchups, we have St. Louis and Chicago, a matchup of last year. That's going to be a tough one to predict. I may have to go with St. Louis just because they've been so hot and they've been climbing up the ranks a lot. That's definitely going to be a 7 game series. Plus the unknown Patrick Kane health, that definitely brings a question there in regards to Chicago. So I'm going to take St. Louis in 7 in the first matchup, as we'll close McAfee. And then another matchup here, Anaheim and Calgary. They've played a couple times, had a lot of good games this year, but I'm going to take Anaheim in 6 once again. Just for being more complete, I think the hot streak for the Flames, no pun intended, is going to be cut short by the Anaheim Ducks. And then we have up top, we have Montreal and Tampa Bay, a rematch of the first round in last year's Eastern Conference playoffs. I think that's also going to go to 7, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna take Tampa. You still don't know what's going to happen with Pacioretty. I believe Montreal can skate by Ottawa in 7 without Pacioretty, even though they don't have too many scoring threats. But I believe that Tampa Bay is going to take them in 7. So then we have on the other side New York and Washington. I mean, Washington's been carried a lot by Ovi and even Holtby as well. It kind of rhymed. But I think it's going to be New York in 6 again, just because of all the acquisitions. I think Lundqvist is mostly a playoff goalie, and I don't think the injury might have phased him a little bit in regards to the latter stages of the regular season. But I think when playoffs start, he's going to be right in there. And so I'm going to take New York in 6 there. So the conference finals, St. Louis and Anaheim, that's going to be so, so rough. Uh, that might be the best series out there in the playoffs if it ever gets to that point. But it's going to be so hard to pick that. Um, I might just take Anaheim in 7 because of the home ice. I think it's going to come down to that Game 7 in the Honda Center, and it's all gonna depend for Anaheim in any of these matchups if they pick the right goalie. And the right goalie in my mind is Frederik Andersen. He's led you this entire year. I know Gibson's went down with injury, but he's still been playing really well. But Andersen's the one you got to go with. He's the one that carries you. Like Ottawa, you have to go with the Hamburglar for all 7 games. You can't go back and forth between Andersen and Gibson, or in Ottawa's case, Andersen and Hammond. So you got to stick with one goalie throughout the playoffs. And for Anaheim, it should be Andersen, and for Ottawa it should be Hammond. So take Anaheim in 7, and then New York and Tampa. That is going to be a goaltender series. Those are 2 of the best offensive teams in the league, so the X factors are going to be the goaltenders. So if you're going to choose between Lundqvist and Bishop, 2 great goalies, Bishop with his size, Lundqvist with just the agility, we know what he is. He's a playoff goalie, and that's definitely going 7 games too. But I think that New York can pull that off in 7 at home in MSG and be able to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals once again, which leaves New York and Anaheim. And I know I might be biased, but in this new video, I'm going to take the Rangers to win it in 7 at MSG again. That home ice is just going to be so huge for the Rangers. And I think you have Lundqvist versus Andersen. Andersen had a great run, but I think Lundqvist is a little too much for the Anaheim Ducks. They have a lot of scoring threats over there, but New York's fast. They're tough to compete against. Still not being, I swear I'm not being biased. They're one of the fastest teams in the league. I know I'm showing them a lot of love, but I think they can do it. I hope I'm right, but I think that they'll be able to do it. So I'm going to pick Anaheim and New York in the final, and take the Rangers in 7. So hope you enjoyed this newer video. Comment what your predictions are below. I know I'll be posting this in the other video before. So like, sub, only a click away. Check out for new videos. I'm going to make Hunt for McDavid, and hopefully a pack game coming up with a couple of my friends. If that's not the case, if I can't get the pack game in, I'll have one more pack opening because I have one 250K pack to open soon. So I hope you guys